Okay, welcome to our backyard and all. Walking around here, we've got a nice brick patio that was put in by one of the previous owners. Kind of interesting. The house is there. Needs some work. Here's the pond. Found earlier today that the pump has gone. So the pump that I just got in October is going to have to be replaced, but maybe I can get a warranty from the manufacturer under it. Anyway, the basic idea was when we bought the house, I found concrete in the backyard, and I dug it up and found that we had this neat little quarter circle pond in the yard, built in. all the dirt that I dug up, I put into a berm, and I wound up making a creek bed out of it. So what happens is, and you have to excuse it because when that tree fell in the pond, it destroyed all kinds of stuff, but there's still some goldfish in there swimming around. They don't like the radar from the camera. Wow, looks like most of them are still there. Anyway, what happened here is the tree fell right there from my neighbor, dropped across the pump box here, smashed it up and lifted that out. That was sitting lower, and what the original idea is that in that corner is a Beckett pump submerged. There's a Y coming off of it. One of the lines came over and fed this box with filter media in it, which would splash over these rocks and help cleanse the water. The other would go over underground, come out over there out of this plastic pipe, which is usually covered with bamboo, fill up this little marsh area, run over the spill there and run down the creek, and then drop into the pond. So this became a creek where the birds could have bird baths and things like that, and they liked it a great deal. They always had robins and things in here just having a great time. And then over here was a waterfall that had a really nice sound that Emma liked. Then a little waterfall just splashing out of the pipe there. Kind of a little Zen bamboo pipe thing that was also kind of nice. See, like I say, it seems like the pump's gone. There are some cracks in the concrete. I'm not sure if there's extra cracks when the tree fell across this, but it's only about a foot deep. There's not much we can do there. I have to go through and kind of clean it out. There's pieces of pipe in there which allow the goldfish a nice place to hide in the winter when the birds might come around, or possums trying to eat them, so they like that. Short of pulling this whole thing out and starting from scratch, there's not much I can really see doing here. I imagine I could probably put a row of cinder blocks around the edge here and do the whole thing with rubber, but then that would rub against the concrete, might wear through in short order. Other than that, I'm not completely sure. And to step back a little bit and give you a little more view here. There was a tree here which was pretty much dead when we bought the house. We've grubbed it out a little, but you can see there's a really skinny walkway going up to the house. It would be awfully hard to get a tree grinder back in here. We've had trees taken out before. There's one back in there. Over here's a bunch of forsythias and a saucer magnolia that's going to bloom here shortly. I've made a walkway through here, which is kind of nice. We can walk around this whole thing. More magnolias, more forsythias here, some azaleas and things all around. Yeah, there's one of the trees they had taken down. And then over here is more walkways, some more little trees that suffered when the big tree fell down. As you can see, it kind of smacked our shed, so you can see our shed's kind of knocked off its foundation. We're going to have to do some carpentry work, have a carpenter come out and take care of that. But other than this, it's I guess it's about 16 by 16 by a foot deep, so it's not a huge pond, but it's always been kind of nice. And then I kind of bermed things up here to make a nice little area here where the birds could kind of come and walk into the water, and the birds could just sort of walk down the side and go into the water. And splash around. There's usually been frogs and things here, although we've had to stock the pond a few times in the past. Hopefully this is giving you a pretty good walk around. The brick wall I did with just found bricks from the yard, or neighbors' yards. When they put bricks on the street to be taken away by trash, I would rescue them. And then there's a couple of cinder blocks here that I would sit on to feed the fish and such. Anyway, this is the whole thing. Lovely moss there and all of that in some places. And take care.